Visit Elias Restaurant, a unique Greek Caribbean fusion restaurant where the food is heavenly, the service divine, and the ambience mesmerizing. Enjoy bakes and saltfish, roti, jerk chicken, curry chicken, stew fish, oxtail, curry goat, stew turkey, pea soup, comfort soup, sorrel beer, ginger beer, Slovaki dinners, clubhouse sandwiches, and so much more. Visit Elias Restaurant, located at 3310 Keele Street in Toronto, Canada.
Hello and welcome to Lick My Pot. And today we're going to be making roti, and we're going to have curry chicken and curry vegetables. So let me go first with the curry chicken. We're going to, basically what we did was cut up about 4 of these potatoes, about this size, regular white potatoes, and we did them in cubes, so about this size. And we heat the oil, some olive oil, about 4 tablespoons of olive oil in a hot pot, and we add about, I would say about, I mean it's up to your taste buds, you know what you like, but I like a lot of curry. When I make curry I gotta taste my curry, so I put about 4 big spoons, tablespoons of curry, 4 to 5 in my 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and I let it get kind of brown. And what I did was I add some chicken to it. Now what did I do with the chicken? Chicken was, I use organic chicken because I think I mentioned that my grandson Amir, he has a condition called panvasculitis, and it's an autoimmune illness that makes his blood vessels sometimes get inflamed, and you know he gets a lot of inflammation. So we've been really cleaning up his eating and really being careful what we gave him to eat. So in this case, I'm going to make 2 sets of curry. One is going to be chicken, organic chicken, and one is going to be veggie strips. Okay, so let's go first with the organic chicken. So I got the organic chicken, maybe about 1.5 pounds. I cut it up in pieces. I take off all the skin, I take off all the fat, and then wash it in vinegar, and then I season it. What do I put in the seasoning? I put about 3 to 4 tablespoons of green seasoning. I like a lot of green seasoning. I put about a tablespoon of black pepper. Chicken seasoning, I put about, I would say about a teaspoon. About a teaspoon of adobe seasoning. About a tablespoon of soul food seasoning. And I put about 2 tablespoons of onion flakes, and about a teaspoon, 1 to 2 teaspoons of garlic. I put a lot of garlic in my stuff, so I would say put 2 teaspoons of garlic. Why do I use the onion flakes? I don't like peeling onions, it makes me cry. As you could look at on this table, we have a lot of different vegetables and fruits here, and one of the things we have here is onions. So I have fresh onions, but I don't really feel like you know, peeling onions. So I use the flakes, and this, I find it's very good. Once I do all of that and I let it sit for a while, maybe I do it like the night before, and I cover it up in a bowl, and next day when I'm ready to do the curry, after I add the curry to the olive oil and it gets a little brown, I add the chicken to it. Then I have the cut up white potatoes. I have, like I said before, about 3 to 4 of these, and I cut them up in pieces and cubes, and I add that after about, I would say after about 15-20 minutes. I would add that, and I would also add a can of chickpeas. It doesn't matter what brand. This happens to be a brand that I use sometimes, but I've bought other brands. So you get about a can of chickpeas. I add it together, and I just let it cook. I turn it up every now and then and let it really curry down and really absorb all of the curry and all of the other flavors. When that is done, I usually, you know, I've said before, I'm not a chef. I am a cook, a mother who's a good cook and who likes to cook for my family. So I come home and I'm tired, and I don't have a lot of time to cook. I want to do quick things that I could just, get ready for the kids and let them eat. So I go to our usual Caribbean place, one of the Caribbean restaurants or bakeries, and they have the roti that's already made. And the roti is a dough, as you can see, it's a dough. and this one has looks like it has like a chickpeas or something on it. And what you can do with this, you can either do something they call bus up shot, which is you kind of chip it up and you eat it with your curry, or you could open it out and put the curry into the roti and eat it, fold it together and eat it. Okay, my kids, they like it that way. I like the bus up pieces. So that's how you make chicken roti with curry chicken. All right, now I'm gonna heat my pot over here a little bit. I'll tell you why I'm doing this. My grandson has a delicate diet. Okay, so what we do, we don't give him the white potatoes. We give him sweet potatoes. And you know something? I didn't think the sweet potato would taste so good with the curry. It actually tastes very good with the curry. So we do everything we said we did on this one, except when it was time to put in chicken, we put in something called chicken strip. Okay, and this is from Morning Star. It's little pieces of veggie product that looks like chicken and tastes like chicken, but it's not really chicken. It's really good. So we use that in place of the chicken. In place of the white potato, we use the orange potato, the one that you make candied yams with. And it looks like this. You know, you cut it up in cubes like this, or smaller if you want, and you just add it in. But the same combination. You put some. I think this is about. I'll just tell you in a second. It's about 13 ounces in this. So a pack of this to, again, the same thing, about 3 to 4 potatoes. It depends how much potatoes you like. I like my potatoes. A can of chickpeas. You would add seasoning because you want it to taste like chicken. In my case, I want it to taste like chicken. So what I do, I add all of the seasonings I mentioned earlier. The green seasoning, the chicken seasoning, the onion, the garlic, the black pepper, the soul food seasoning. And you add all of that to the mixture once you add this to the curry. Because it's not like the chicken where you're going to let it sit overnight taking seasoning. So what I do, I add the curry to the oil, add the chicken strips, this product right here. And then I add some of these little seasoning items. And then I add my chickpeas, and then I add my orange potato. Now you could also add this. We're only adding this one because he is not eating white potatoes right now. He's on a very delicate diet while we're trying to clean his system and get things restarted. So for the average person, they're going to put this with the veggie one. For us, we're doing him a vegan style. So we're doing the chicken strip and we're doing the orange potato. And he has a very delicate system right now, so we are using this product, which is gluten-free tortillas, okay, the soft ones. So I'm going to put it in the pot, and I am okay. So what we do with Amir is we don't use the regular flour because we have to give him his things gluten-free. So I'm just showing you this as an option. We use the gluten-free soft tortilla tacos, okay? So if you're somebody with his situation or that doesn't eat gluten, this would be a good option. It's not roti, but it could substitute as roti. Okay, so once again we have his version with the vegetarian chicken strip, and he has the soft tortilla that I kind of put in a little bit of, what I did, I put in a little bit of olive oil. I put a little olive oil in this pot and I just put it on there for about probably like 10 seconds. Flip it over and just heat it up a little bit so that it has that that little texture to it. And so now I'm going to put his curry veggie into that. I mentioned before that I sort of like my roti stripped up, bust up roti, and I usually do it like this and chip them up. My son likes it wrapped and nicely, done. My grandson Amir, he likes it done. He also likes it in the roti or in this case the roti substitute. So I'm going to ask you to come over and help me to sample your sample. I'm going to taste a little bit of yours if you don't mind. Okay. Not bad at all. Sorry, you can't eat some of mine.
It's good. Good.
Okay. So pretty much this is what we have today for roti with curry chicken. And remember, thank you. Remember, you could, so, 1 second. Remember, you don't have to have just chicken or just chicken strip or any whatever. You can have curry beef, curry shrimp, curry vegetables, curry whatever, you know. Whatever roti you like, curry goat. If you're from the Caribbean, we love our curry goat. Now, I said earlier that I'm not a chef. I am a grandma, a mother who is a good cook, who loves to come home and have quick things I could put together for the children. So I just go to the bakery, I get the roti, I come home, I make the curry, and I put it all together and we get a meal. Okay? A chef is not just about cooking a meal. A chef is about the aesthetics. He has to lay it out nice. He has to put a little sprinkling of something here, and a little garnish here, and a little slant, a little piece of asparagus there. And it's not just about the cooking, but it's about the presentation. With me, I'm not trying to decorate my plate. I'm just trying to get some food, get something quickly and tasty that these kids could like. So that today is our dish: chicken, curry chicken with roti, and special version curry chicken strip, which is a vegetarian kind of meat substitute, with sweet potatoes, chickpeas, and we just put it all together with soft tortilla because in my grandson's case, he has this condition that if he eats too much of gluten or stuff like that, he can get inflamed. So we're really watching this gluten intake. We pretty much don't give him anything with gluten. We don't give him the white potatoes. And pretty much, you know, we kind of really keep him on a strict diet. So again, you're watching Lick My Pot, making curry chicken and curry veggie with roti. It's very good. I mean, am I kidding?
It's good. It's good.
What I actually did up until this point is I started the curry with the chicken in one pot and with the chicken strip in one. I boiled the two potatoes together so that it was a little soft, so I didn't have to start from scratch. I was in a rush and I wanted to just, so while I peeled the potatoes first and I cut them all up in a pot and put them on the boil so that it got a little bit soft. And then while I'm doing the currying, they're boiling, and then I took out the white potatoes, I put it in one pot, took the orange one, put it in another pot. That's just my quick version when you're cooking in a household where you have a health challenge where you're trying to adapt to. You have to have ways of substituting stuff and doing two dishes side by side. So that's what we're pretty much doing with Amir's diet. Very good, I have to say. I must say so myself. Very good. Well, thank you for joining us on this edition of Lick My Pot. Bye-bye.